All right. How y'all doing, gatherers? Yep. Cheers. You know, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. also happens to be bath time in my household. So, so on the other side, away from the washer and dryer, my little girl is flopping around in the water right now. It's nice to be with you. Probably have to figure out at some point a better solution for gathering in Chelsea. But for now, it's working and it's nice to be with you. We are, I'm going to play, so for those of you who maybe haven't been with us in a little while, we just came back, well, I just came back from an amazing weekend in Asbury Park, New Jersey, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But before that, we had just come back from a 3-day trip we called the Winter Gathering, and it was an incredible experience. And it is 3 days of like deep immersion into the songwriting. Each night the band plays a 3-hour set. Each morning I will play an acoustic 2-hour set. And we don't repeat any songs for the 3 days that we're there. We call it the Winter Gathering, and it is some of my favorite days of the year. It is a way to dig super deep with you gatherers in a live situation, in real life, in person, people traveling from all over to be there. And it's also such an incredible, awesome musical and artistic challenge to share that much content and music. And for you gatherers that were there, you all push me and inspire me in amazing ways, and you make me a better artist, and I'm always grateful for that. So, but we finished this 3-day trip, and I was thinking, well, there's got to be a lot of songs that we didn't get to, and so this is one in a number of series of gatherings, follow-up gatherings, in which I'm playing some of the leftovers from that trip. I hope you all are doing well tonight. I am doing well. I am doing well. Okay. She don't see the skyline is fading. Desiree's in it again. Eager to fill in the spaces, unwinding the tangles with the scratch of a pen. Remember her walking in circles, holding her head in her hand. I thought I felt the vision, then their dizzy decision, come playing my rock and roll band. Hey, 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 Desiree, it's a fine mess you got yourself in. Tangled and tragic, you walking away, you calling your name and again. Hey, hey, look at you go, tied up and torn, you sure put on a show. They'll never get close to you, they'll never know it. Desiree's up on the ledge again, but her heart, it still lives on the ground, where it's building a homemade made of ribbons and bones, and the warmth in the cradle of sound. Yeah, Desiree, it's the finest you got yourself in. You're tangled, you're tragic, and walking away. You're calling your name out again. Yeah, look at you go. Tied up and torn, you sure put on a show. Never get close to you, I'll never know it. She's back in the green room and screaming. She says, I hate every word that I sing. And I says that we wouldn't get to do it again. Hey, Desiree, it's a fine mess you got yourself in. Tangled, tragic, walking away, and then calling your name out again. Yeah, don't hurt you. Tired of the tone you show, put on a show. Never get close to you, they'll never know I am. Okay. Whew. Well, I know I've said it before, but it's nice to be with you. Cheers. Man, I know we gathered on Saturday together, so I talked about it a little bit, but it really was an oh, thank you for the claps and the love. I appreciate that. I really do. It was a really inspiring weekend. Different kind of festival than most festivals. One, it is taking place throughout Asbury Park, in all of the different clubs, and the main event was actually in this theater in, I think it's called Red Bank. It's the Count Basie Theater. It was a beautiful old theater, giant stage. It was really cool. But they really, they create a weekend in which there is constantly music happening in all these different places. You can go to these different places, and it's really inspired by songwriters, musicians, and its mission is to create these events that really feature those musicians and those songwriters in different ways. It's really cool. So not only did I get to play music for a bunch of awesome new people, not only did I get to play music for a bunch of our gatherers in Jersey, but I also got to listen to a lot of great music. I got to hang with a lot of great musicians. I got to, I think that there is, at a certain point, right? You play enough gigs, you drive enough miles, you do enough load-ins and sound checks, you take on enough damage in your ears, right? And there's just a small group that knows what that's like, and festivals can be a really cool opportunity as a musician to just to get to bump arms with some of the other folks who are in the trenches doing the thing. And because if you think about it, right, I mean, most touring musicians, there are opening bands and there are shared bills sometimes, but for the most part, right, you are you and your band, or you if you're a solo artist, or whatever you're doing, right? You're traveling on, you're showing up for your own show, you're sleeping in a hotel room, and then you're going on to the next show, right? So it's pretty cool to get a whole bunch of musicians together who've just been dedicating their lives to trying to make this crazy lifestyle work. Anyways, it was awesome to be there, as I said. Looking for some kind of sign, tired, dazzled and slowly running out of time, walking on some kind of line, search for salvation and find it only in my mind. Walking in the snow, caught up with notions, like swimming in oceans, running my mind to keep up with my head. Well, it's around, it's down. Oh, I'm gonna start that chorus again. I'm so sorry, I'm distracted. Caught up with notions, like swimming in oceans, running my mind to keep up with my head. When they abuse me, misuse and accuse me, will I be able to mend? Guess to find out the end. The papers print news of the times, stumble and jumble across their own party lines. Creation of truth is the crime, packaged and stacked in a self-fulfilling paradigm. Walking on a straight line, straight line, by running our mouths to keep up with our heads. Will it surround us, astound and confound us, or will we be able to bend? I guess we found out in the end. Does ambition lead to calamity? Why must I concede to preach what I feel, make it all real, and I get no reprieve as I've come to believe that the blueprints were lost from the start. Guess we're just winging and building Or ignore it, the message we're trying to send. I guess we find out in the end. Okay. Cheers. Woo! That was a heavy song for song 2. Heavy song for song 2. I had thank you for the claps. I had a really interesting conversation the very last night that I was there with a fella from Canada, as a matter of fact, who was a wrestler back in the day, as was I back in my high school days. It is funny, man, it is funny. That is such an intense sport. And it is like, it is impossible to really talk to somebody else who hasn't wrestled about how intense it actually is. I don't really talk about my athletics in my past, but really, when I was going to high school and college, that's what I loved sports, man. I love playing sports. I love playing team sports. Wrestling's really interesting because it's a team sport, but it's when you're out on the mat, it's very much just you and the other guy, right? There is. But it is very much a team sport in that how you fare in your match affects the rest of the guys that you're wrestling with. And you practice together. You face your victories and your defeats together. You face your darkest demons together. And it's an experience that I take with me all the time. It's an experience that has shaped the way that I think about my band, my team that I play with on the road. And it's an experience that helps teach me about myself. Not only what I'm capable of, but also that it's okay to lose. That is so important. I mean, I think that anyone that is trying to do something impactful in the world, right? Man, you gotta lose. You gotta be pushing yourself to exhaustion. You gotta be trying something that is above and beyond what you're capable of doing, and you gotta lose, and you gotta lose, and you gotta lose until you win, you know? And man, I think about this all the time. Right? I think about guys like Albert Einstein, right? Right? I mean, right? A scientist, a mathematician who contributed probably more to our scientific knowledge of the universe than any other human being, right? In 10 generations. And when he woke up every single day, he didn't say to himself, well, I got relativity down, I'm gonna go have a snack, right? He was thinking about the stuff he couldn't understand. He was thinking about his losses. He was losing every day. When he was thinking, he was losing until he came up with something, and then he won. And then he'd go on to the next fight and he'd lose some more. Anyways. This is called Fight Song. It's called Fight Song. It's inspired watching my Red Sox play. It was inspired by team sports. It was inspired by losing. It was inspired by the belief that history is written by the winners. Okay. Storm from the west as I gather my courage and I steady my stride. My body's prepared for its best and serenity helps take control from inside and will take the day. Holding on tight as we take the day. Let's step aside. Our victories glow. If I should fall in the fray, then step to my place as I go, and we'll take the day. Holding on tight as we take the day. Step aside. fizzy water tonight for me, people. Whew. You know, it's funny. And then, you know, maybe there were a bunch of you. Thank you for the claps and thank you for the love. I appreciate that. That is a really cool thing. And it's funny because I've done this 654 times at this point, so I should be used to certain things, I feel like. But, you know, I am singing to a screen, and it is less weird than it was starting off finishing a song to an audience and not hearing any clapping, right? So that was very weird at first, and it is less weird now. But it is also, you know, I know you're there, and I just feel the love, and I don't need to see anything. I don't need any visual cues for it. But then, so I'll finish the song, and I'll, you know, either feel good or bad about myself, depending on how I think it went. And then I'll be moving on, but it's really nice to look up at the screen and see the claps and the hearts and the love. And so thank you. You all are amazing, and I appreciate it. I can't remember what I was going to say at this point. Fizzy water. That's what I was talking about. Fizzy water. Usually, as you gatherers know, I'll have myself I'll have a beer or whiskey while I'm playing with y'all, and it's just, it's my little, it's just nice, right? It feels, I don't know why, it's different, right? When you go out with a friend, you have a drink, even if you ain't getting drunk, it's nice to have a drink with friends, right? That's what it feels like for me. For those of you that were not with me on Saturday as we live gathered, or you were not at the festival in Asbury Park, you know that last week, maybe you've heard, maybe you haven't, I had a scare, I had a health scare, I had a stroke. Doesn't that sound weird? It sounds weird coming from, like, I had a stroke. I'm a person that has had a stroke, yeah. It is, there was a small defect in my heart. I've had it since birth, never knew about it. Now that I do know about it, now that my doctors know about it, I am not in danger of having another stroke. So, so I am good. And there are strokes that happen most of the time when somebody has a stroke. There are a lot of there are a lot of signs from their body, right? They have not been treating their body properly, and they have not been healthy in certain ways, and their body gives out, right? Or their body is really predisposed to certain things, and so that person has to be extremely healthy in some ways, otherwise their body is going to react poorly. In my situation, it really is none of those things yet, right? Having a stroke and I am finding the week after having had a stroke, a desire to be healthy. I feel like I'm already a pretty healthy guy, but I don't know. Right now, like, you know, if there was like, if we had like wheatgrass juice in the fridge, I would be drinking it right now. I don't know. I just feel like, God, what a gift that we have the ability to make our bodies as healthy as we want them to be. Talk to me next week. I'll probably be eating a Twinkie while gathering. I have no idea. kind of a new one called Unkind World. I still see you standing, waiting. No, I'm gonna start again. I still see her standing, waiting in her mama's door. Something in her eyes behind that homemade dress she wore. They tried to keep her safe with all the comfort small towns bring, but I knew she was bound for bigger things. Me, I was just a scruffy kid, far from her side of the track, dreaming on about gassing up, never looking back. We took off together, no AC and 4 ball tires, but we were gonna set this world on fire. Kept on turning, and we were learning every day. Life wasn't perfect, but we never walked away. She always remembered the boy, and I remembered that girl, and we never gave up in an unkind world. In an unkind world. We found work in Memphis, living down off Cotton Road, serving beard hazels, still daydreaming about the road. You came on a Tuesday, felt like Wednesday. You were grown, a living, breathing miracle of our own. Kept on turning, yeah, we were learning every day. Life wasn't perfect, but we never walked away. She always remembered the boy, and I remembered that girl, and we never gave up in an unkind world. You were way too young to understand, so brave you never let go your mama's hand. She closed her eyes and in an instant we lost the world we thought we had. But I've never been so proud to be your dad. Perfect's for the movies, fairs for fairy tales. You and I've been through it, we both learned that lesson well. But your heart shines so brightly when you find love, you will know. Girl, hold on tight and never let that go. Keeps on turning, you still miss her every day. I know you're hurting, but it won't always feel this way. Trust in the woman you are, and remember that girl, you never gave up in an unkind world. In an unkind world. In an unkind world. Sad one. Written with like, do you hear the sniffles, by the way? Do you hear the sniffles? This is what happens, I am learning, when you become a father. You are subjected to all the sniffles of your baby girl as she builds her immune system. So too must you strengthen your immune system. Yeah, a little bit of a bummer. During the winter gathering, thank you for the claps and the love. I'm seeing them, and I appreciate them. During the winter gathering, while we were hanging out on Lake Maury, Allie and Willow went to see a friend and their daughter who had the sniffles, and now we all have the sniffles. No COVID, thank you, thank goodness, but still pain in the neck. Yep. All right. Honestly, we could do another, I don't know, 5 gatherings or something like that, just with songs that we didn't play during the gathering weekend, which is crazy to me. We're gonna have to make the winter gathering longer. Although I will say, I mean, I wonder, right, like, I don't know, it's food for thought. Maybe we'll do another trip at another point in time. Maybe we'll add a trip. I know we have 2 trips right now, a winter trip and a getaway in the fall, right? And they are like kind of pretty deep immersion into Adam as a group, into my writing, into this community. But I wonder if it might be cool at some point to do a trip that involved a lot of other artists, you know? Because I got a lot of great friends that are artists these days that are I just think are so great. And one of the things that I am loving so much about this community surrounding the music is that when I am bringing out artists that I am inspired by and sharing them with you, they become your artists too, and that makes me super happy and fulfilled. So I see somebody saying multi-day ramble. Well, let's see if we can continue to pull off in one day. We're working on some big plans for this year's ramble, and I can't wait to share them with you. Saturday before Labor Day weekend. You can always count on that. All right. I mean, I promised Supergirl one of these days we would have our own cruise festival. Maybe that'll have to be the thing. We'll have the winter, we'll have the summer, we'll have the fall. It's gonna be a big time commitment to do all these things. You realize that, right? I mean, God, okay. My face looks ragged and torn, been banged up since I was born. I don't got no money, don't got no friends. One of these days I'll be back up again. Knock me down, I'll see you smile. Get a big man for me tonight. That was one I wanted to play with the band on Winter Gathering weekend because I've been really enjoying playing harmonica, particularly with everybody, but particularly with Alex these days. It's just really fun to play with him, especially when we're just doing something a little dark and bluesy like that. I was hoping we would get to that song, but we never did because, you know, it did not make the 15-hour cut, apparently. It was just not in the top 15 hours worth of music that we were prepared to play. That was the problem. All right, I'm gonna play a couple more with you. Thanks for the love and the claps. I appreciate it. Let's talk about what we have coming up this week. We are going to be in Sellersville, Pennsylvania at the Sellersville Theater this Thursday. This is a really special theater. I mean, it's one of the reasons I'm grateful for the path that I have walked as a musician over the many years that I have walked it, that I feel like I know the magic spots, especially in the Northeast. I mean, not so much on the West Coast because I just haven't played there that much, but Sellersville Theater is one of those places, you know, a community-run theater. It is small and skinny, and it is a magical little place. It really is. And when we find a magical place to play at, we like to come back. And so this is going to be I think our third time there. I can't quite remember, but it is a good spot. It is about an hour north of Philly, and it is right on the New Jersey border. So for those of you that hung out at Asbury Park with me last week, there's going to be a bunch of things that I'm about to talk about because they're going to all be sort of in your vicinity. If you did not travel a far way to be there. I know there were a lot of you there from Europe. There were a lot of you there from Canada. I'm working on it. I'll get out your way sooner or later, I promise. But for now, let's just talk about the Jersey, Philly, New York area. We're going to be in Sellersville this Thursday. That's going to be great. Me and my bandies. I've also invited one of the artists from the Light of Day Festival to come and hang with us. His name is Ben Arnold. He is a badass songwriter and musician. He reminds me of a combination of Randy Newman and Richie Havens. That's a pretty good pedigree right there, right? I really liked him. He has been working the Philly circuit for many, many years, and just a really good dude who became my buddy. so I invited him to come out, and I think he's going to come out, maybe sit in with us or something like that. So that'll be really cool. That is on Thursday. On Friday, I'm going to be in Montclair, New Jersey. I'm going to be doing a satellite concert for the Light of Day Festival. The Light of Day Festival is continuing, and they are playing a concert in Montclair, New Jersey on Friday night. Now, fair warning for you fans that want to really come and see a full show, that will not be it. I will probably be playing a couple songs in a lineup of other amazing artists that are going to be featured throughout the night, and it's going to be like that. It's one of the cool things about the way they set up the Light of Day Festival. They really, if they're putting on a night like that, you're going to see 20 artists over the course of the night, and it'll be short but impactful, each artist's appearance. So that'll be on Friday in Montclair, New Jersey. That's all for this weekend. But then next weekend, we have 3 super fun shows coming up. On Friday night, we're going to be at Daryl's house in Pawling, New York. And I'm going to warn you all, for all 3 of these shows, you should, if you're thinking about coming, you should get tickets sooner rather than later. Someone told me today that Daryl's house is down to standing room only already for our performance. The next night, we are going to be in Old Saybrook, Connecticut at the Katharine Hepburn Cultural Arts Center, this beautiful, gorgeous theater that I just found out is literally about 5 tickets away from selling out. So definitely buy your tickets for that. Now, New York City. We're going to be in New York City on Sunday at the City Winery. We do not have the same kind of draw in New York City that we have in other places. We are in the upstairs room in New York City, which I think is kind of magical. Only holds about 150 people, and we are going to be there, and we hear that too is tickets are moving for that. So, man, it's going to be an awesome weekend. And I didn't even tell you about the best part of it all. We have an awesome band traveling with us, our friends Circe, Mel and Rich and the band Circe, an awesome, great band, and they have supported the Ramble multiple years. They have opened for us all over the Northeast. We love them. I'm sure that there will be all sorts of fun and potentially stupid collaborations that are happening over the course of the night. So it's going to be three great nights, and so y'all should just, I think it's like 5 shows to the end of January, and then we're not back in the Northeast until March, April, something like that. So, I mean, my 2 cents is that you should just come to all 5. Play it safe, you know? Sorry, y'all. I still don't like it. All the old timers are ready again down the Elks Lodge, watching Fox and Friends. They say times are trouble, the signs are clear. There must be another election year. Cars ain't selling at Frank's downtown, but on Friday night we still shake the ground. Takes more than a little to keep us down, but we get on alright. Got trouble, I'll help you there. town. That's my town. That's my town. Labor Day weekend, we're driving slow. Tip my crap to the folks I know. School boards fighting, Main Street's a mess, but they're still loud, strong in the Sunday best. Time's all rattled, the world's on fire. Let's get dirty, let's kick the tires. We got something they can't define, and the news ain't gonna change our own minds. If you got trouble, I'll help you out. Best of us when one of us falls down. That's my town. That's my town. If you got trouble, I'll be there. If you wanna run, we can both hide. If you got trouble, I'll help you out. You wanna run, we can both hide. You see the best of that's my town. That's my town. That's my town. That's my Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to you the wind hit our backs. May it always go steady wherever you roam. May it turn when you're ready to carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the rain. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the signs of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us, and all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to your good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we had. These moments pass lightly, won't come again. May our lives all burn bright, right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to the work when the working is through. Let us drink one today. Let us drink one to you. Let us drink one to those who want with us. Here is to us, and all world in the air that we breathe. Here's to the rare good company. Here's to the future, here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow, let us drink one down fast. Let us drink more, this night is our last. Here's to the drink that we share. Oh, here's to the drink that we share. I almost forgot to mention something. I believe that in many of the upcoming shows that we have, we are going to be doing various bits of activism through Rally Sound. Either taking up collections for local food pantries or connecting to local nonprofit organizations. Our Rally Sound community has been rolling up their sleeves in this last month, and man, I want to thank you all for that. We are going to do a little good for the world in each one of our shows coming up. I will post more information about these. If you are planning to come to Sellersville this week, there will be information coming. I'm sorry I don't have that at my fingertips. I'm ill prepared tonight. But there will be a way to engage. I promise you. I want to thank our member supporters of the Gathering Series. Thank you for making this possible. And I want to thank all of you in this community for rallying around me over this past week when things were scary. Made me feel pretty special, and I'm grateful for that. Please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another, and I'll see you soon.